At 1:03 a.m., my wife sent me a text that should have been completely normal. "Don't wait up tonight. I'm staying out for a while." I stared at those words for almost a full minute. Not because I was angry, because 3 weeks earlier, I had discovered something I wasn't supposed to see, a second phone. And that night, for the first time, I decided to stop pretending I didn't know. My wife, Emily, had been different for months. She guarded her phone like it contained state secrets. She started turning it face down whenever I entered the room. She suddenly had late meetings, unexpected dinners, and girls' nights that somehow lasted until sunrise. Whenever I asked questions, she accused me of being insecure. "You're imagining things," she would say. Maybe I was, until I found the phone. It was hidden inside an old shoebox at the back of our closet. I wasn't searching for it. I was looking for a warranty receipt when the box fell from the shelf. Inside was an old phone, and when I turned it on, I saw dozens of messages from a man named Daniel. The messages weren't innocent. They talked about hotel rooms, secret meetings, kisses, and how much they hated lying to me. My hands shook as I read them. But I didn't confront Emily. Not yet. I copied the messages, took screenshots, and put the phone exactly where I had found it. For the next 3 weeks, I watched my own marriage from the outside. I wanted to believe there was an explanation. I wanted her to prove me wrong. Instead, she became more distant. That night, when her message arrived at 1:03 a.m., something inside me finally broke. I typed, "Okay." Then I looked at the photo sitting on my phone. It was a picture I had taken earlier that evening. A friend had sent it to me after seeing Emily at a downtown hotel. She wasn't alone. Daniel was standing beside her. His hand was around her waist. Her head was resting against his chest, and both of them were smiling. I stared at the picture for several seconds. Then I sent it to her. No explanation. No angry paragraph. Just the photo. For nearly 10 minutes, nothing happened. Then my phone started ringing. "Emily." I didn't answer. She called again and again. Then came a text. "Where are you?" I replied, "Home." Another message came immediately. "Please don't do anything stupid." "I'm coming home." I almost laughed. 3 weeks of lies, and suddenly she needed to come home. 22 minutes later, I heard the front door open. Emily rushed inside. Her face was pale. She looked at me sitting on the couch and whispered, "Where did you get that picture?" I looked at her calmly. "That's your first question?" She froze. "What do you want me to say?" "The truth." She sat down across from me. For several seconds, neither of us spoke. Then she started crying. "I was going to tell you." "When?" "I don't know." "After you left me?" She covered her face. "I'm sorry." I pulled out the second phone and placed it on the table. Her eyes widened. "You found it?" "3 weeks ago." She stared at me like I had just become a stranger. "Why didn't you confront me?" "Because I wanted to know if you were sorry before I knew everything." She began crying harder. But this time I didn't comfort her. I had spent months comforting someone who was secretly destroying me. Emily admitted everything. Daniel wasn't a coworker. He was someone she had been seeing for almost 6 months. She said their relationship had started as friendship, then became emotional and eventually physical. I asked the question I already knew the answer to. "Do you love him?" She looked at the floor. "I don't know." That answer hurt more than yes. I stood up. "Then you already made your choice." She grabbed my hand. "Please don't leave." I gently pulled away. "You didn't lose me tonight, Emily." She looked up at me. "You lost me every time you chose him, and then came home pretending everything was normal." She cried. I packed a small bag and walked toward the door. Behind me, she whispered, "Where are you going?" I turned around. "Somewhere I don't have to wonder whether I'm loved." Then I left. The next morning, Emily sent me dozens of messages. Apologies, promises, excuses. I didn't answer. Because sometimes the strongest response to betrayal isn't revenge. It's silence. 6 months later, our divorce was finalized. Emily tried several times to rebuild what she had destroyed. But I had learned something important. Trust doesn't disappear in one dramatic moment. It disappears one lie at a time. And that night at 1:03 a.m., she thought she was simply telling her husband not to wait up. She didn't know that one photo would make her come home running. And she definitely didn't know that when she arrived. I had already decided I wasn't going to be there much longer.